Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have a special one for you today. I've got one of my awesome community members, one of the newer members actually, Mr. Isaac Nelson. Isaac, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. I brought him on the channel today because, it's funny, like we met before you joined VoiceOver School and you were kind of like tiptoeing around it and you wanted to get into VoiceOver really bad, but then you finally pulled the trigger and then you like went off on a tear right away, like booking a bunch of stuff. So first of all, tell everybody who you are, what your background is, what got you interested in voiceover, and kind of just like the version of like the high level version of how it all went.
So before this, I was a behavioral specialist, so nowhere near the vicinity of anything voice acting. I'd done acting kind of on and off, working on it, and then a Facebook ad of all things was like, you could be a voice actor. And so I was like, I've never even thought about voice acting, but I do like acting. So I clicked that.
Was it one of my ads or is this like a different ad?
No, this is the crazy thing. This is what's funny. So I did that. I went through it and it kind of opened, it blew up the curtains behind what voice acting is. But now where I'm at now, it was so surface level. It's like, hey, you can talk into a mic, So
don't say who it is. Don't say who it is.
Don't worry. I already know. I really appreciated it then because again, I would have never known what to do. But then I kind of did what I like to call the hiking with no gear. I didn't go for a ton of like coaching. I didn't do anything. I went to the pay to plays and just tried, and that didn't work. And then I genuinely
did you get any hits at all? Like, did you get any kind of traction?
I got one. I got one.
That's not bad on your own. Not bad.
And I believe that one was the one that somehow I got to you, and I was like, hey, you did your free 15-minute like, hey, let's talk for a minute. I told you I got that. You said it's funny. You didn't even push your community on me. You're just like, hey, just do this, try this. Go ahead, pop off with this. And when you're starting and you don't have a lot of money, every dollar you're like, oh man, you just hold on to it, So I didn't join the community on that instance. And then I keep going. And it's probably like, I got 2 more jobs by myself after tons of auditioning. And then I decided, let me get a hold of Jesse again. We talk again. And then you're like, gave me some more advice. And then I was like, I gotta try. Jump into the community. And then from there, it was like, got all the hiking gear and just boom. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, man, you made a lot of enemies. You were posting. I'm just kidding. every day he was like, "Well, I got another one. Hey, back to back, and another one."
I was just like, I feel like I should post these because I'm excited,
but it motivates people. It's good, and it also fuels people like their competition too when they're like, "Oh man, he could do it. Oh, I could do this."
Exactly. And the cool thing about it is one of the reasons to post it is not only are with the teachers that, Dave, Mark, you, but the community itself also pushes you. And I would contribute a lot of that blow up success for a second to a lot of those community members. I wanted to post to be almost like, thank you guys. Like, this is not something I'd have done alone.
No, it's awesome. I mean, listen, like one thing I noticed about you right away is that you have like that raw talent. Like that, I think that's how you're able to get the stuff on your own. I think maybe you could have done it on your own. It just takes longer. It's easier when you just kind of get the cheat code of like, this is what to do and how to do it. So like how many jobs have you booked so far now? Like, cause you've been a part of the community, like what, 2-3 months? Is it longer now or that went by so quick, or was it shorter?
No, it's probably about there. You're probably about right.
3 months?
It's hard. I'd have to look. I know I'm in the vicinity. I'm between 20 and 30.
Holy shit. And before, okay, so, and let's say that's 3 months, conservative 3-4 months or whatever. So before that, how much time before you joined the community were you trying to do voiceover? Like 3-4 months or a year or longer?
That was, let me think. So I did that. I think it was 10 months.
So how many jobs in 10 months?
In 10 months, I got, I think it was 4 jobs, and one was like a job. The other ones are kind of, they're all jobs, obviously, but there was the one that was really big, and then the other ones that were kind of smaller after joining quite the big blow up. And some of those were jobs. I don't know how else to put that, but yeah.
Did it pay for the community?
I wish I could like turn my camera. I've got an Apollo Twin X. I have the Sennheiser, and I got the community covered. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
So what's the next step here? I don't want to just like sort of like, gas up the community. It's awesome. It's great. It helped you out. But also like, man, like a lot of this stuff, like you had the ability already. You just need somebody to like hand you the keys to open the door. So like what's next? Because here's the thing, like you turned it on so fast, like so fast. So like the voiceover world's kind of your oyster. Do you have an agent yet?
I just feel like, even though I've booked all these ones, it's like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There's more, there's more, there's more. There's someone ahead of you. You got to like hustle, hustle, hustle. I've applied to agencies. I'm waiting to hear back. Obviously, it kind of reignited my acting. And so now that's like they bounce off each other so well. So well. If I didn't book on voice acting for, this week, there's a chance I booked on acting.
You're booking acting every other week, like on camera acting?
I would say, yeah, right now. But again, that's how that goes. You could sometimes go like boom, 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 and then like 4 months, and you're like,
that's
dang.
amazing. And tell everybody where you're located, by the way, because you're not in Los Angeles. So like the fact that you're doing on camera and you're doing all this voiceover, it shows that like it doesn't matter where you are. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Utah. I've definitely found that you can rack your brain for about 1 million excuses on why not to do something. But if you really just latch on to the one that's like, I'm going to try anyways, you can find some stupid success. I don't have stupid success, that's for sure. Got a long way to go, but anyone can really do it. I mean, I'm not special. Anyone can do it.
Well, listen, you got a really good start with it. Like the whole thing is like, you have the proof now, right? So like you've booked a large number in a short period of time, but the only thing that really stopping you from booking even more is the numbers. So like how many auditions are you putting in a day?
That's one of my current goals. So it depends because sometimes the pay to plays will have like someone really rev up, but I'm sitting probably between like 20 to 25 on really good days. And then on those slower ones between 15 and 20. And that's just not the number I like, but.
Right. So let's say in 3 months you booked 20 jobs. So that's like 6 jobs a month, and you're doing less than half the auditions that I recommend that I do. So let's times that by 2. And so you'd be booking 13 jobs a month if you were putting in the numbers that I say to put in. Like 13 a month with your current booking ratio, which I'm assuming is probably somewhere around like 1 in 50-ish. Do you know the number?
I have it written down somewhere, but because I have it all like, they come from all different sources. I try to keep them separate also, almost like what optimal time use. Just see like which pay to play is the best for me, interacting people. I don't even know if I have them all added together. I know which ones have done me the best, though.
You know what I'd say? Like, honestly, like, don't put too much stock into which one works for you the best. What I would do is just get in the numbers. And then sometimes it'll be more on one platform. Sometimes it'll be more on another platform. But the thing is, it's not the platform that's posting those jobs. It's the clients. And they might post them on multiple different sites. They might use voices.com 1 month. They might use voice123 in the next month. So if you're trying to figure out which one's easier to book jobs on, you're just going to be beating your head against the wall. What you need to do is get to 50 auditions a day. And you can do that with your acting career for sure. But once you get to that, like you're going to be making like more than full-time money. That's the challenge to you is just to like go completely all in right now. Like I know you're kind of like, you're almost got 2 feet in, but if you like go in, how many agent letters did you send out?
No, dude, that one I did go all in. I think I got like 20 to 30.
That's not bad.
I did that. I just wanted to wait and make sure I wasn't like, I didn't want to like send 5 to like LA region and then I get like 2 back and now it's like, oh, this is awkward.
Well, listen, here's the thing with agents, right? Like everyone thinks they want to send the perfect email and they don't want to get blacklisted or do something. They're never going to remember you. They have all like over 100 clients each. They're dealing with jobs the whole day. They may have wanted to get back to you and just forgot about it by lunch. They're like, oh, was that guy? He had a good demo. I don't know. I got to go book this person to be on set. So don't take any of that stuff personally. You just got to keep going at it and going at it because the goal isn't necessarily to make friends with agents or to, send a perfect email. The goal is to get 50 to 60 audition opportunities a day that you can pick and choose from and do as many as you possibly can. If you do that, you're going to be like probably making close to like what I'm making, most likely.
That's a tall order.
Well, but you're also going to get better when you do that much too. So you're just going to keep improving more and more and more. So I don't know. I'm really excited for your future. So you're doing acting and voiceover. Like, what's the ultimate goal? Like, what do you want to do, man? Like, you want to be a movie star? You want to be voice actor? You want to have an anime feature? You want to make a bunch of money? You want to be a millionaire? You want to be a PIMP in the club, popping bottles? What do you want?
I think maybe a couple of those. I don't have like aspirations to do movie star. I don't necessarily even have like fame in mind. What for me is being in the booth and like just doing this is so fun. Going on to set and meeting unique people and doing a unique shoot is so fun. So to be able to do those two things without worrying about the next bill or like, do we have enough money for X, Y, and Z? You know, something I think a lot of creatives worry about. That's the end goal for me. Anything else is just gravy, really. If all the bills are paid, I can live like without the stress of that. That's all that I need.
Nice, man. Cool, dude. Well, you know, you've inspired a lot of people in VoiceOver School. I'm sure you're going to inspire a lot of people watching this right now. So, like, what do you have any advice to any new people out there that are just thinking about getting started in voiceover and they're like not sure? Like, what would you say to those people?
The big thing for me is I know that a lot of people feel like they don't have what it takes. And then the next question is not knowing where to start. First off, I've heard some voiceovers, even when you're listening to ads. I wonder how they got that job because they have like such a different voice, but then you hear the unique take they give to it and you're like, now I know how they got it. You know, everyone's capable of that. Everybody can do that. Don't know where to start. I mean, there's a billion different ways, and don't let anybody tell you ever that there's the one way. Take this path and you're going to book.
There's really not.
There is never a way. Every time I've talked to someone who's made it trying, they all have such different stories of how they've done it. I could personally vouch for the community, obviously. I just got to give credit where credit's due. Disclaimer, Jesse's not talked to me before. I promise this is my words here. Having like-minded individuals to push you along and like teachers to help you along the way, regardless of where you get them, is just night and day.
Yeah, it's a lot better than doing it on your own, huh?
Oh, 100%. Especially even when doubt creeps in, you're like, am I not a good voice actor? And then you send your audition in to, you know, your friends are like, no, this was great. You probably just weren't the one. Or, oh, maybe try this or do that. And it's just like that feedback, you just exponential just return from just those interactions, you know?
Totally. Awesome, man. Well, listen, thanks so much for chatting with me and thanks so much for coming on the channel. I really appreciate it. And, you know, I think you're going to do big things in this industry. I think you just got to keep trucking along and keep working to put in like even bigger numbers. Like go hard right now, like go balls to the wall, because, you know, I think you got a lot of talent and you made a lot of legway. Is it leeway or legway? I don't know. I don't know what to say. You've made a lot of ground in a short period of time. So just take the world by storm and just go for it all in. Cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out another video. If you want to learn how to do voiceover and you want to study with me or join the community, check the links below. Lots of ways to work with me beyond that. I'm Jesse. This is Isaac, and we will see you next time.